Hey guys, this is Rob John Webb here for Waxless, and what I'm going to show you today is how I remixed a Salsoul classic called Everyman by Double Exposure. It's one of my favourite Salsoul records, and a couple of years ago I thought I'd do a quick remix of it. Completely strip it down, just take the acapella only, and then put the rest of it to to my own music. Obviously using the original chords of the song, but nevertheless working it around my own sound. So the track, I'm just going to whip through it because it's quite a long one. You can listen to the full version at the link below. But it goes up to about a good 8.5, 8:45 in terms of time. So obviously I start off with beats, some nice disco drum beats, build it up, and then I put on a funk bass from the Contact. And then the Rhodes comes in with the original chords. The lead line. And another lead line.
A helping hand. You got to stand up, people tall, and act like a man. I said, alright. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So it's got quite a few different sections.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I got to take the load. I got to face the man.
That's a big sort of crescendo at the end. With strings and
every man, every boy, every girl, every lady, every child got to make it on his own. Every man. No, you got to take, come on, take your, come on, stand there, oh baby.
So there you go. So that's kind of the idea of it. Obviously you can listen to it all in the link below. But all I've done is I used originally used Chordify, again, that website I was talking to you about in previous videos, where you get the chords of the track as it plays along. So if you're not familiar with Chordify, check it out on Google and then just type in any song that you want and it comes up with the YouTube video and it plays the chords along as it goes, and it's brilliant for instant working out what a key of a track is. Now this one is obviously in F major and then an A flat and like a B flat kind of chord. So it's like this. And then the chorus is something like I can't think what the chorus bit is. Let me just find the chorus bit. So they're the main chords. I'll show you the chords on the screen. And that's the drop. And there's the main bit. And here's the chorus ones. Let me just get to those bits there. That's right. So it's like a, what is it? Oh yeah, here we go. So it's kind of it's almost like an A flat, but it's an F, a C sharp, and an A flat, and with a C sharp root, and then it goes. So it's kind of a lot of flats in there, but nevertheless, there's the chords. That's the chorus bit. It's a bit gravelly and a bit gritty. I wanted it to have a bit of grit to it. So if you put the vocals on.
I said I got to carry his own weight, oh yeah, oh yeah. I said man has a cross, only you pick and choose where you want to go in life. No one said that the road would be paved off smooth and nice. If you wanna be a lawyer or just lay your...
So once you've got that, once you've got the chords around the verse and the chorus, everything else can just float, and you know exactly what notes to put in. So with that in mind, I got a funk bass from the Contact, and then I just put in the funk notes, bass notes, as like octave basses, where it goes from one to another lot. So it's in the F. So let's put the Rhodes on, and then when it gets here, it changes because the keys come in. And there you go, it's just simple. So the bass was just very simple. Just from one octave to the other. You know, so it's really, really simple bass pattern. And then on top of that, you think, right, well, we've got the Rhodes, we've got the bass, get a kick in there just for guidance.
Pick and choose where you want to go in life.
So we wanted a lead line. So bearing in mind the percussion comes later, which is quite a bit of it. We got the boogie lead, which is from the Tyrell, I believe, and it's the boogie bass. And all I've done is gone up the octaves, and it's gone. So it goes like. You know, just jammed that riff, you know, that famous sort of guitar riff on the original version.
Pick and choose where you want to go in life. No one said that the road.
And on top of that, I added a juice bass from the Town Noisemaker, which is and just repeated the bass pattern, the chord notes. So it's F, A sharp, F, G, A, G sharp, F, G sharp, B flat, A sharp, and then the F, D sharp, D flat, and C sharp, like that. I'm terrible at saying, you know, the names of the keys as I play them because I just automatically play them in my head. So there's that. On the chorus.
My, y'all. Oh, yes, it does, y'all. Oh, yes, it does, yes, it does, yes, it does. Sing. Oh, Lord. Got to carry, got to take it, got to bear the pain. Oh, no, oh, no. Every man has a cross, only he has to bear.
So they've got that, so you've got those elements. They're the main elements of the track. But then obviously, if you listen to one of the other versions of Everyman, I think there's a remix of it, it's got the strings, and it's got... Yeah. And that riff there is just with a short stab string. It's just like F. Right. And then put on a double it up. So you double it. So you record it in one. If you look at the notes, I've done a double octave on it. So there, look. So it's just like... Ah! And so on. So you double layer it so you get both octaves. It took a lot of doing that for me to work that one out, but once I'd got it and it fitted perfectly over the rest of the track. And then with that you put on a string layer, which is the chords of those of them. So I've just extended those notes out and put a long legato string on. And then the bass pattern obviously matches up with that, so you put the notes on there, look. So C sharp, down to B flat, down to E flat, and then A flat, G sharp.
Got to make his own stand, yes it does. Got to get, oh yeah.
And then at the end here, I just did like a Rhodes solo. If you look at the notes in here, got a little Rhodes solo going on up here, just a tiny one. Nothing clever, just simple notes that play through. And repeated that. And the rest of it really is just loops. I've took some Congo loops, put some simple claps in there, hi-hat, straightforward little close hat, and then we've got these beats over here, which is this one, just a bit of a top sort of beat, another one on top, then the kick, and then you've got your crash. But I've also put in there where the chorus is, I put some bells in there, if you can hear these bells like this, look. Let's just get this bit, there it is, look.
Oh yeah.
Just has a bit of magic to it. I suppose it was just about adding a little bit of a treble instrument to it, just to brighten up, because a lot of it is bass heavy. So, with the Rhodes and the two basses and the synth. Yeah, so the thing is, we're doing a remix, obviously, as I say, the main elements are, you get the vocal, work the chords out. Once you've worked the chords out, you can just stretch it out, as much as you want from there on in. And then you can experiment with it, and you can chop the vocals up, and this is nearly 9 minutes long. And at the end here, the bass changes. I do a little bit of a running bass, like a little stabby bass. And the Rhodes is a bit more funky there, like an ending sort of big like crescendo. And then the strings. So that's that bit. And there was another thing that I put in there. I put in a little disco stab as well, which is just this. It's just off a disco samples pad. And I think I've pitched it, look, to, it obviously was originally, but I pitched it up 2 semitones to put it in key with the track. So it goes. And the way to do that, if you don't know how to find the key of something, best thing to do is go into your utilities, get a spectrum analyzer, stick a spectrum analyzer on it, open it up, push it up, play the sample that's in question, and the highest peak, which is there, is A sharp, look, B flat. So that's the key of the sample, and then obviously tone it down. So that's how it works. So basically, the elements are, a good funky Rhodes piano, whatever. Once they're timed up with the vocals, get a nice lead line in there. Boogie bass for a lower bass. Funk bass. And get the bells and some strings. So that's it really. That's basically what I did with that remix of that classic Salsoul record. So take some of the tips from that, and take little bits and bobs from it, and go and explore your own remixes, and try and put your own stamp on it. Don't just sample the loops and just be done with it. Take the original loops and stuff. If you want to take it a step further from editing, then this is the way to do it. Just take the acapella. If you can't get the acapella, go onto lala.ai or some other vocal splicing site, and rip the vocals, and then you can, you've got your own disposal then where you can remix stuff. So thanks for watching. Any questions, just leave a comment in the box, email me. Thank you and goodbye.